Hello there guys, welcome back to my channel. There has been some development, there has been some news, but the one that disgusts me most is Garnacho wearing Aston Villa's jersey, like written behind it. I think it was Marcus Rashford 9 with some pictures of two fleets of cars like that. And then it was it was when I saw it, I felt like okay, there should be at least some respect with the club, when you look at what happened throughout the course of the season, for Ruben Amorim just came in, and then there has been some behavior from that boy. Let me use that word, because now the club that pays your bills, that pays, that brought you from, whatsoever level where you're coming from, deserves some respect. Even if what the manager is doing, you are not in approval, because for you to go to that length, to that extent, shows that you feel like maybe you are big enough or something, and a player cannot be bigger than a club, because I see that as disrespectful. And I want, if it's not Chelsea, of course I am somehow biased towards Chelsea, and then in this, if it's a Chelsea player, I know how I will talk, but what I saw was not good at all. And then at this point, you just gotta let the player go. You just need to let the player go, because a player who will do like that, who is under a contract with a club, shows that things are, totally falling out. And then there's no amount of money that you can be expecting to get from that player. He's just going to force the leave. And I think that's what he's doing. He wants to force the leave, to leave Manchester United. So many people will say this and that. I'm already seeing people talking about even Manchester United, some of the Manchester United players wearing other clubs' jersey. But what caught my attention is the intention. And then I don't know his intention actually, but the way he projects it to make it look a kind of way, like, I don't know, maybe Aston Villa have been talking about him. If you know, kindly put it in the transfer in the chat section. Let me know, because he's seen Aston Villa have been talking about him. And then I don't know, even Marcus Rashford will not be returning to Aston Villa, so I don't understand the relationship between what he does and then probably the news, or where he's going, where he's heading. I don't know. But to see a player do like that to his team, I feel like that player has no mind of playing for that club again. And then he has been showing the sign. And then this player is not a very big player. Garnacho is just an average player to me. In fact, when Chelsea said they wanted to buy him, I was disgusted by the news, because now this is a player this is a mid player. He's trying, of course. We can't take away his effort. He's trying, but that level, there's a level of maturity in the game that I'm expecting, but he's still growing definitely. But I will not want him in Chelsea. And this kind of attitude is very wrong. He has played under like how many managers now, but for him to do this to Ruben Amorim, and then I think there was a time he was even defending him. So I feel like Manchester United should just let him go. They should just let him go, because now he's losing value also, because now you are not going to be using him. I don't think Sancho has even done something to this level, like of this magnitude. I don't think so. So now that's my reaction about what I saw, and I was not happy with it at all. I was not happy with it. Another news I got here is now Real Madrid will be facing Manchester City in the round of 16 of the Club World Cup. That is going to be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And I see the match becoming a very big match. And of course, the two of them won't want to go out of that competition in the round of 16. But of course, one of the team just need to go. So, but I see this one coming up to be an important and interesting match. And then Chelsea will be playing, if they are able to beat Esperance. And we are sure that with the performance of Flamengo, they are going to beat LAFC. If that happens, it will mean that Chelsea will have to face Bayern Munich. So that means Chelsea will be finishing second in their table. And then Real Madrid also will be finished, I think, first in their table. So I think they didn't lose their first match. So they won the second, I think 4 points now. And then they are going to play their last match, which is just going to be Madrid versus Manchester City. the new player for Manchester City, Ekiveri, I don't know if I murdered the name or I pronounced it right, scored a wonderful free kick, and then he's going to be a fantastic player for Pep Guardiola this season. And we look forward to that match. I think World Club World Cup, at the end of the day, the important teams are going to end up meeting each other the way I'm saying it, because they didn't start very strongly. So, but I feel like that's going to happen. I think Atletico Madrid will be playing Botafogo. So I'm looking forward to that match. Manchester City versus Real Madrid is going to be an important match. I don't know. Kylian Mbappe is supposed to be playing that match. Supposed to be playing. So another news I've got here: West Ham have been considering a move for Robert Sanchez. West Ham considering a move for Robert Sanchez. Oh boy. I just pray that this happens, but I know a player that Chelsea will leave. A player who is not performing well and is in the starting 11. Chelsea will not leave them. I don't know. I don't know how they used to know a player whom to stick with and a player to let go. For a reason best known to them, they have decided to let Jackson stay. But the reason, we don't know. Now, Robert Sanchez is another player that I'm sure the Chelsea board will not allow to go, because they knew what they knew, which we don't know. But one thing is, comparison between Robert Sanchez and I can't compare definitely, but Robert Sanchez and Nicholas Jackson, who is still better? I think Robert Sanchez is better. The problem Robert Sanchez has is his footworks are not good. Like his passes are not good, and he can easily be put under pressure. Now with his age, he's expected to have overcome that level of challenges, challenge rather, but he's still being under pressure when he's playing. He's still being under pressure, and then I don't know, the confidence needs to just come up. So that's the reason why Chelsea were initially talking about Mike Maignan, but now that is the French goalkeeper. But now it seems that one is not going to materialize as well. But me, is apart from his ball playing ability, Sanchez makes decent saves. That is not to take away his good works, you understand. But my own is, we need a very good keeper. If you want to compete to carry the league, a keeper like Sanchez should not be your keeper. That is the truth. You need a keeper whose confidence is 100 over 100, manning the goalpost. No try your luck. Like a lot of try your luck, a lot of things that we are putting together in this same contest are not making sense. When you say you are a big team, you should act like one. Like you dropping money to buy a player to do a job, and if the player cannot deliver the job, the player's got to go. That is one thing that I believe in. But now they are making it look like, okay, Stamford Bridge is a place where players come, get some experience and then grow, and then probably maybe they sell them. So it shouldn't be that way. So these are my reactions concerning this recent news, and then let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know if you also believe that he should not be sold. But me, I feel like if West Ham have come for him, Chelsea should release him. But now, releasing him means that you are going for a top keeper, a top goalkeeper, which Chelsea were trying to get, I think, Mike Maignan from AC Milan, but it wasn't working. And there has not been a report that they have gone back, because I think Fabrizio Romano came out to debunk that news. So if you want to let Sanchez go, you guys bring goalkeeper. Now Petrovic is I think Petrovic is having fallout with Enzo Maresca. He's having serious fallout with Enzo Maresca, no doubt, because he said he wants to play in the first team, and Maresca says no. And now they are trying to sell him permanently to Strasbourg. Now the thing is that goalkeeper is a fantastic goalkeeper. Now if there are errors, if there are people you wait for, if there are, to my own view, if there are goalkeepers that you give time, Petrovic is one goalkeeper that you should not mess with. Give him time, let him grow, let him develop, because the level is hitting under Pochettino. He just needs some couple of games more. That is all. His errors were far limited compared to, it was bench. Sanchez was benched for him, but I don't see the reason why Chelsea are not going to be using him. I don't understand. You buy a player, but you are having difficulty. You are fighting to use him. I don't understand. He's a good goalkeeper. If you are letting Sanchez go, if you are going to let Sanchez go for that kind of player to start, I don't have a problem with it, because he's decent, he's young, and he's making, I think, limited error compared to Sanchez, who is even far ahead of him in age. So that is my take on that. That's my take on that. The same reason Maresca will decide he wants to use a defender for a midfield role when he's having all the midfielders. So let me just make the video short. These are my reaction concerning this thing. Manchester United should let Garnacho go. He cannot do anything in that club again. His attitude currently is portraying that he's leaving the club, and then people should not pamper him because this is disrespect to Manchester United, what I saw. And then Manchester City, Real Madrid, Bayern, Chelsea, they are becoming a must-watch game currently, and then I think the fixture is going to happen. And Sanchez, should Sanchez leave? Do you believe it's right for Sanchez to leave Manchester and to leave Chelsea currently? I feel like if we have a very good backup like Petrovic, if they are not going to go for a top player, a top goalkeeper, I think Sanchez should be coming back. That is my own advice. And then this will be the end of this. This is going to be the first video, and then watch out for the second video. Please do like and subscribe to our channel. We have more to come.